Hey everybody, it's Kyle here. Welcome back to another video. In this week's video, I want to talk about the idea of reasonable accommodation. The idea popped into my head after going through my orientation for my new job, and it made me realize over some conversations throughout the day that this job and my first job as a vocational assistant were very good about accommodating my disability. My first job, one of the written requirements was a valid driver's license. If you've been following my journey, you know that I just now got my license at the end of July. So during this period, I didn't have it. And one of the requirements was being able to drive the bus for outings. And obviously, I can't drive illegally. So someone else is going to have to drive for me. And they still saw me as valuable to bring me on and work around that. And the position that I'm currently in as a DSP typically involves some heavy lifting every now and again, working with consumers. And I don't feel comfortable with heavy lifting because of my lack of balance, because of my cerebral palsy. If something's too heavy, it could cause me to tip over and fall down, and falling down is bad for me and a consumer. So I made it very clear that heavy lifting was the only thing that I felt would prevent me from doing the job. And they immediately made it very clear that that was okay and they could work around it. So instead of making me feel like my disability was a hindrance, they were like, it's okay. Like, we see you as valuable and we can make it work. So, if you're someone who has a disability or who doesn't for that matter, and you feel that you bring value to a position, then apply for it anyway. And they can accommodate you. They can reasonably accommodate you. And that's not asking much. A reasonable accommodation is asking an employer to accommodate you to perform the tasks of the job within their means, of course. And honestly, if they're not willing to accommodate you, then maybe that isn't the place, or employer that's meant for you. Because a real employer, and I'm thankful for my current job and my last job as well, that as the vocational assistant, that they saw me as valuable and they didn't let my disability get in the way of that and what I could bring to the table. And I didn't check all the boxes. Like I said, even some others I didn't have exactly for my vocational assistant job. And they still saw me as an asset. So I almost didn't apply for that job, if I'm honest. And I was hesitant to apply for this job that I have now. And that stems from, is my disability going to get in the way? How are they going to treat me with the disability? And in my experience, thankfully, it's been a positive one. But I think that is also because I've been very selective with employment. And, where I'm located, things aren't as readily available for those with disabilities. So I kind of had to be selective. But by being selective, I could really hone in on who was going to help me succeed and who I could help best as well as an employee. So I want to encourage those with disabilities who are still looking and have been looking for a while that it's okay. To keep looking and you will find the right employer that will see you as a valued asset and will accommodate you accordingly and properly, who will help you succeed. Because disability is not a bad thing. I think disability gives you a very unique perspective, and that is a valuable thing. So don't discourage yourself. Apply anyway. You never know what could happen. If you feel that you bring value to a position, don't let your disability get in the way. Don't take yourself out of the game before it starts, because you're ready to play and you deserve a chance to get in the game. So be open to the idea that employers will accommodate you and see you as valuable. I hope this video has helped somebody, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. So please, if you have, let me know. Tell me your stories of working with a disability. Tell me, anything that you feel like sharing with me. I love having a conversation with everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe. I post videos on Tuesdays, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.